Welcome to Athos 101. Today, we're going to be talking internal training load used by coaches and trainers alike to understand how muscles respond to training. How does Athos work? Athos is a system comprised of patented hardware, software, and wearable technology. Our biometric sensors are embedded into compression shorts that capture the electrical activity generated by the muscles anytime they're producing force. This technology is called surface EMG. When a muscle contracts, an electrical signal is produced, and depending on how much that muscle contracts, the signal increases, and when the muscle relaxes, the signal decreases. What is training load? Training load is a newer concept in sport performance, and at its basic level, it's a measure of the accumulation of physical load on the body. Some technologies use external factors to try and predict the physical load on the body. These include GPS, movement-based sensors, and external force plates. Other technologies measure the physical load on the body directly, such as heart rate and EMG. While heart rate can provide a training indicator of internal load, EMG is the only technology that can measure the muscles directly and specifically. How does Athos turn EMG into training load? When getting started with Athos, athletes undergo a calibration procedure that helps us understand each individual athlete's muscles. This calibration allows us to plot muscle activity for each muscle on a 0 to 100% scale. You only have to calibrate once, and over time, the system adapts to the changes in the athlete's body. Once your calibration is set, we measure the output from the muscles and convert that into a measure of training load. For example, in a 60-minute workout, output from the glutes, for instance, will go up and down based on the movement the athlete is performing and how hard it is. Athos combines the stress accumulated by all of the muscles, quads, hamstrings, and glutes for a given time period. This is your training load number. What does training load mean? Thinking about your training, you might have a conditioning day and a power development day, where the conditioning day is longer than the power day. Let's say 60 minutes of lower body stress versus 30 minutes of sprint intervals and high agility movements. Because these sessions use the same thresholds, athletes can accumulate similar internal training loads, although time and training environment were different. So both of these could have a training load of 3,000 units, which is the accumulation of all 8 Athos sensors over time. Quantifying the activation level and amount of time the muscles are turned on allows our coaches to compare training load from the weight room to the field or court to get a better picture of the total internal load resulting from their training program.